Head north on North Market Street toward Peters Lane, then turn left onto Fredrick Avenue. Turn left onto Fredrick Avenue.
Okay, there's no, that's not Fredrick Avenue.
Head north on North Market
shut
Street
yourself.
toward East 14th Street, then turn left onto West 14th Street. Head north on North Market Street toward East 14th Street.
First of all, lady, you're trying to tell me where to go, and there's nowhere to go. Hey, everybody! Driving back from a meeting in Fredrick, Frankenstein, Maryland. And I think I know where I'm going. Where am I? I don't know where I am. I'm figuring it out. My GPS is going wacky on me. And whatever. It's an adventure. Oh, school's letting out, so traffic's going to be great. Had a meeting with Nick Redding from Preservation Maryland. Very good meeting. Talked about some possibilities of working together on some big things. Not little things, big things. And so, you know. Tom, not on 15 yet. I'm getting to 15, or at least that's the intention. I think I started the video too early. I should have gotten to 15, but I knew once I got on 15 it would be hard to set up the video because I'd have nowhere to pull over. So I'm like, well, it'll come back to me. God, there's I just passed 60 breweries. A lot of breweries. All over the place. All right, she's telling me to turn left on Routzon Way. Routzon. Sounds like a relative of Steve Zahn. Routzon. His great-grandfather from Germany. All right, let me first get onto this turn, Sylvia. Okay. All right. Now what? Now I want to make a left.
Turn left on Maryland 26 West.
All right, turning on to 26 West. Oh man. Okay. 15 is not too far away. What is this XWWG1WGAX? Confederate monument between Gettysburg and Fredrick ain't?
Head north on Routzon Way toward Liberty Road, then turn left on Maryland
Ain't?
26 West.
Say what? How you doing, Andy? Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, I don't think. So anyway, we had a good meeting. It's between those two, right? I'm not sure what Confederate monument you're talking about. Sorry. Pennsylvania talk. Okay, well, fair enough. I'm not fluent in Pennsylvania yet. I've only lived here for 10 years. Not sure you're heading out for Thanksgiving. Wait, hold on. All right, there we go. 15 North, Thurmont. All right, how do I exit here with this stupid thing? All right, hold on a second. It might be a little bit of a pause here. All right, go ahead. Sorry. Okay, so we're heading on 15 North. Now I know the way without GPS. And we shall hopefully not hit any traffic. Gonna go back to the studio and listen to the audio I recorded yesterday from the Target while we were live firing artillery. See if I got any good sound there for when I finish the next 40 years. Okay, Eric says, not sure when you're heading out for Thanksgiving, but I will be in town next Tuesday. If you are open to someone buying you a late breakfast/lunch, always, Eric, always. You don't have to buy it for me, but I'd be glad to break bread with you. We're just going to Cindy's parents for the day on Thanksgiving. I'll be in town. And then that weekend, big. Apparently there's bad cell service down here in Fredrick as well. 6th at 9 o'clock, I believe, but I did confirm, but so listen to AG Today this Thursday. We have a concert, a Christmas music concert at Lincoln Social. And it's going to be the people who did the music for the movie Gettysburg Christmas. Who is the girl who plays the lead in Gettysburg Christmas. She's agreed to sing a few songs with the band. She was in, I've heard of them, and so that's her claim to fame. Apparently, to me, her claim to fame is I gave her a tour while they were shooting Gettysburg Christmas. So that's how I know her. But for those of you who've seen Pitch Perfect, you would know her. And that's from 9 to 11. And I do believe some other people from the movie are going to attend that concert. So that's the 26th. Contact Lincoln Social for details. And what else? Feature will be the panel hosted by me with special guest Martin Sheen after the screening is over. And I hope you have your question caps with you, because we're going to take questions from the audience. And I talked, and we'll just have you raise your hands. Sorry for the connections. I can't control that. You just have you raise your hand, and then I'll call on you, and I'll have to relay your question, because we'll be able to hear it up on the stage, but people in the audience aren't necessarily going to be able to hear it, and that's just the way the acoustics of the theater work. So we'll have fun with it. Well, we'll make it, 800 of our closest friends all getting together to watch this little Christmas movie. And we'll see if we have any millionaires in the audience that will. And then that's that. When is screening? It is. What is the? Well, actually, it doesn't matter because it's all sold out. But it's Monday night, the 27th of November. And then I just heard that all of the showings of A Gettysburg Christmas at the Seminary Ridge Museum, which are going to be on December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and I believe there are multiple showings each day. All of them, ladies and gentlemen, sold out in 10 minutes. I keep telling Bo, I'm like, Bo, it may not be a hit around the world, but you have got a local hit on your hands. Getty's nerds and local businesses alike are going to love this movie. And I, mark my words, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to bring people to Gettysburg, at least during the Christmas season, in droves. And I told him he's made the second longest commercial for Gettysburg since the movie Gettysburg. And I mean, it's got a lot of businesses in town that are, they're not hidden. A lot of times, a movie company will come in and they'll use a store or a restaurant to shoot something, and they'll change the sign outside and give it a different name, or not show the sign at all. Show no signs. Just people walking into a restaurant with no indication as to what the restaurant is. Bo didn't do that. He made sure that you knew where he was. And if there was no exterior, like Lark is a good example, the store on the square next to the pub, we don't see them going into it from outside, but we do see them inside where there's a big lit up sign on the wall that is still there, and it says Lark. So he made sure to make sure that people knew where the movie was shot, which I think is pretty cool of him to do. So yeah, anyway, unfortunately, if you wanted to see it, unless they add new showings, which I don't believe they're going to, because I think they were only able to get permission for what they've got, everything is sold out, which is a great sign for the movie. Eric says maybe you should change up the Sheen joke and do Jeff Daniels. Maybe. We'll see. Now the Sheen joke has become a joke of its own. It's worked for me at another in-person show I did a couple weeks ago. Of course, nobody falls for it anymore. Whose website should I look for events like this? I'm in York County and don't hear anything. Well, anything you're mentioning. What I would start doing, if you don't already, is subscribe to our channel and make sure that you have the notification bell switched to on for everything. Thursday nights at 5:30, we do a live show called AG Today. We discuss things going on within the Addressing Gettysburg circle and in town today. And so movie news, Gettysburg Christmas news, of course, is included in that. So we will give you updates as we find them out. And that's probably the best place to keep up with things. And also these live drive videos I do. Sometimes I'll wait, or I won't wait until Thursday to share information with you. And I'll often do them here on these drives. So yeah, I would just say follow Addressing Gettysburg. I mean, you can also set up a Google alert for a Gettysburg Christmas, but then you might get articles that have nothing to do with it just because they have a Gettysburg and Christmas in them. Hey Edward, how are you? So I'm kidding. What pillar of the Gettysburg community was dragged out of the warm comfort of his home on one blizzardy day in 2021 by Bo Brinkman to go and shoot B-roll, and then was uncredited for his work in the movie A Gettysburg Christmas? The answer is me. So here's the little thing. When you're watching the movie, anytime you see B-roll, which is not fields, whatever the case may be, whenever you see B-roll that shows the town or surrounding areas of the battlefield blanketed in snow and snow falling, that was shot by yours truly. In fact, the second shot in the movie, the first shot is a little sequence with Bo and Chris in a horse-drawn sleigh going into the Sachs Bridge with, it's for, well, you'll see, it dissolves into a painting, which is the cover, the poster of A Gettysburg Christmas, done by Dale Gallen. But the next shot, after the opening credits, the opening shot of the story is the car driving past the Cashtown Inn. And I shot that. And all of the background footage you see when they're in the car, it's done on a green screen, so they're in the car, and in the background you see, the roads and stuff, you see the scenery passing by with all the snow on the ground. That is mine. So if there's snow all over the place, I shot it. If there's little patches of snow, that was shot during filming the following year. Oh, my pleasure. XWWG1WGAX. That is a mouthful of a name. Good afternoon, Dragoon. For those of you who have been wondering where McNair has been, I got an email from him today, not explaining where he was, but asking a question. So McNair is still among the living. Ty says, please tell me Bo went the airplane route and included some Indians chasing the car on horseback amongst your background footage. No, but I pointed this out to him today. I said, there's one shot of Tom behind him moves as it's supposed to, but it passes a one-way sign pointing the opposite direction. So basically implying that they're driving the wrong way down the road, which makes it a comedy now in my mind. But no, it makes it funny. And he says, yeah, we caught that, but we caught it too late to have them go back in and change it. So very, you see, it's like your brain, in fast, your eye recognizes it, or I'm sorry, your brain recognizes it as a one-way sign because it's the shape of a one-way sign. But then if you think about it for a second, you realize it's pointing the opposite direction of where they're going. And then you have a little laugh. But, yeah. No, it's a cute movie. You're going to like it. It's got some humor. It's got Gettysburg. And what more can you want? It's got Lee Majors, Bruce Boxleitner. It's got some people. So sorry I missed the drive this morning. Would have been all about talking and SSA. Oh, yeah. Man, I had so much fun there. And it was so cool. Like, I went over to a table. I'm looking at the muskets, and guys like, this, you want to shoot one? And I was like, really? I didn't realize what I was going to. And so I was very surprised to find out that we can shoot the guns. So what is it, a Lorenz? What is the gun that the Iron Brigade had? The Austrian gun. That was at a table with like a Springfield and something else. And I loved that gun. I really liked that gun. That was nice. I couldn't miss. I think I missed once, and they kept letting me shoot. And then I go to another table and they let me shoot. Like, it was like, wow, this is pretty sweet. Like, it's not like you get one shot because bullets are expensive. No, it was like, yeah, you want to shoot more? You can shoot more. That was pretty neat. Eric, no, I do not know what the deal is with where the movie will be broadcast. I know there are talks with somebody or people. They're fishing it around. I know. Well, that's all I know. So I don't know where they are on that, but I mean, it is in the works. Speaking of Lee Majors, I saw they're doing a movie of the Fall Guy. Yeah, and I think he has a cameo in it. Second Wisconsin had the Lorenz. Yeah, okay, so that's what I was fired. That was my favorite. I don't know, like that was just, there's something about that gun. I like the feel of it. I couldn't miss with that gun. I like the peep sight. It's very, I liked it a lot. And then the Henry was beautiful. And it was with black powder rounds. It could shoot modern day, but because it's a replica, but he loaded it with black powder rounds, which was really neat. And they had a LeMat there, but I could safely guess that it's not going to be good. And it'll probably be full of nonsense, but, you know, I wish Hollywood would allow creative people to, well, not allow, but I wish Hollywood would buy scripts from creative people. You know what happens with what happened to Hollywood? This is my take. It's too incestuous. And so you have people who are sons and daughters or grandsons and granddaughters or nieces and nephews of people who are already in the business, and they were probably the child or grandchild or niece or nephew of somebody else in the business, or like, you know, they're from the Vanderbilts or something like that. Because I know, like, I think it's Timothy Oliphant. I don't know if it's the Vanderbilts or one of those big families. And same with, like, what's the guy on CNN? Anderson Cooper. Like, they're, you know, I don't want to say these people didn't earn their positions, but it wasn't really, I'm guessing, a struggle, right? Like, a lot of doors open for them, and good for them. Life is tough. If you have shortcuts, by all means, take them. But, like, I don't know, it just seems to me like the quality of things really suffers as the generations go on, and you're not looking outside of your industry for new talent or new ideas. You're just looking inward, and you're dusting off old stories and rehashing them horribly. You're not improving them one bit. You're making them, frankly, worse. You're destroying them. And I don't know. I guess the people, like investors in Hollywood, really like tax write-offs. Because that seems to be what they're doing. They're just, like, you know, going for tax write-offs. It's a shame. Dragoon, can't wait to see the movie. Got my tickets for the seminary on Friday. Oh, very nice. Is Friday the 1st? Ty says, I think he does have a cameo. Yeah, no, he does. I know he does. After all, I was his assistant last year. They're the new aristocracy in entertainment. Yeah. Same thing here in Hollywood. Might lose you on this dip. Maybe not. So we're on not the Eisenhower, the Emmitsburg Road, which turns into Steinway Avenue once you hit town. So if you've never approached Gettysburg from this direction, this is what it looks like. Fly me with balloons. The Eisenhower Hotel is here, and the Aspire Hotel and the All-Star Sports Complex is right here to the right. In other words, I love you. Hey Marie, how you doing? Battlefield Bed and Breakfast to the right here. Very nice bed and breakfast. I believe it was Kilpatrick's headquarters. Don't quote me on that. I know, Marina. Long time no see. How was your weekend? Did you get to live fire a Civil War cannon? I did. And that was a Battle of Gettysburg podcast event, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, put on by Jody over there. And I went up to Jody and I said, hey, a while ago, my friend's wife got me and him a gift certificates to something that I think would be a cool thing to do as a joint event between the two shows. And Merritt's headquarters, thank you, Dragoon. And she's like, that is a good idea. I said, I don't know if the place still exists, but you're resourceful, maybe you can figure it out. So, if she can find the place, if it still exists, we will let you know. And there we'll have a battle royale between the listeners of Addressing Gettysburg and the listeners of the Battle of Gettysburg podcast, while me and Eric and Jim sit on the sidelines drinking beer and laughing. All right, and now we're within the park. Well, we're on a state road, but on either side of us is the battlefield. To the right, Little Round Top, Devil's Den, Rose's Woods, the Rose Farm, eventually the Orchard of Peaches. But we're not there yet. We haven't even hit the Rose Farm yet. Now we're hitting the Rose Farm. Peach Orchard is to the right now. The barn up ahead is the Sherfy barn. Sherfy owned the peach orchard. Confederates came from the left. Union holding the road. Sorry, God, I'm tired. And then we are now approaching the Kodori farm on our right. That is not the Civil War barn, however. That burned down. Oh, you mentioned pumpkin spice. I went to Bantam Roasters this morning for a coffee, which I'm going to do again because I'm tired and I need to do some more stuff at the studio. And anyway, I went in there, and the person behind the counter was like, "Oh, your cameraman came in the other day, and he said," and she's talking about Joe from Peach Orchard Publishing, and he said not to tell you that he ordered pumpkin spice." So, Joe, your secret is not well kept over there. They ratted you out. Brandon says, "What's the most serene part of the battlefield in your opinion?" That's a good question. If you can get up on Little Round Top when it's not busy, like on a weekday in early spring or late fall, when it's not freezing cold with the wind whipping up there, but you can get up there and watch the sunset all by yourself, there's nothing like that. I would say another spot I find, there's two other spots where I find to be serene, and that is McPherson's Ridge around the 150th PA monument, like somewhere in there, the John Burns statue, that area. And because I guess there the traffic from Route 30 isn't terribly loud. And then also there's cows in the pasture sometimes, so it's kind of nice. And then, but also Pickett's Charge, like the angle, but that's the same rule as Little Round Top. It's like when it's calm and quiet and not very busy, that's when I like it. The trouble with the battlefield and trying to get like true serenity is that there aren't very remote or secluded places you can go to without like going on a hike, and anything where I have to exert myself and cause myself to have a heart attack, I don't care where I end up, it's not serene, because I'm trying to regulate my heartbeat after that and catch my breath. So as far as places that you can easily access off of park roads, those would be the places I would say. But then the other problem you have is, like, for example, the McPherson barn, Route 30 is right there. So it's not particularly quiet serenity because of the sound of Route 30. Now, if you go out to, like, Devon's Brigade's monuments, like that area there, closer to the Mummersburg Road, that's a little more serene. And if you look out across the field to Hers Ridge, and there's like a little white farmhouse up on the ridge there. There's other houses too, but the white farmhouse always catches my eye. It's pretty nice. Yeah, the wheat field is good. You got to go like right in the middle of the wheat field, because you got the wheat field road, and then you got Sickles Avenue, and that's a popular spot too. So anywhere on the battlefield can be serene if you go when no one's around. To me, what ruins it are people, Eric says, walk the horse trail through Rose Woods from the corner of the wheat field towards Devil's Den. Love those woods. Yeah, that's another good one. That is, but you're thinking of the old trolley trail. That's what that is. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think are horses allowed there? I don't see why they wouldn't be. The wheat field has had suicides from time to time. You're absolutely right. What is it? Not Watson. Winslow's battery has a nick in it. The monument has a nick in it from a suicide. The bullet. Ty Webb says, serenity now, and I say insanity later. Eric says, if I don't feel like walking, I like it up by the Kershaw Brigade marker. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that field is actually pretty nice. You walk out in the middle of that. I don't know. There's a lot of beautiful spots on the battlefield. God, I'm tired. Anyway, I got to go get a coffee, head over to the studio, do a little bit of work, and then having Veronica and Kathy are joining Cindy and I for dinner tonight. And that should be nice. Haven't seen her in a while. Want to know how her new job is going. So you guys have yourselves a wonderful Monday. If I can, I won't do a morning drive tomorrow. I have to take Major to the vet. Yeah, and I thought she was getting spayed, but she's not getting spayed tomorrow. We didn't make that appointment. For some reason, I thought we did. Actually, I'm pretty sure I said, yeah, let's do it all at once, but they didn't put it down as such, and that's good because I need to spend money on a camera, so I'd rather save the money there and put the spaying off till next month. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a great one. I will talk to you later, and I will update you on Ronnie on Thursday's show. Have a good one.